The Hollywood blockbuster Oppenheimer shows the 1945 test of the world's first nuclear weapon as a moment of scientific triumph in the New Mexico desert. For Wesley Barris, the blast that night shattered the window of the bedroom that the 5-year-old was sharing with his brother.
And I jumped up because that glass hit me, and then of course just the bang of it hitting the wall, I woke up. And I jumped up, and when I did, the whole room, I didn't know what happened. The room was just bright. And that's when I looked out the window, and all I could see was just solid bright, like looking at the sun.
Barris and his family live 32 kilometers downwind from that test at the Trinity site in White Sands, New Mexico. J. Robert Oppenheimer and his team chose the test site for what they said was its remote location. Research today shows there were more than 13,000 people in the area, says community activist Tina Cordova.
That's not remote and uninhabited. That's not some vast expanse of desert that no one lives in. They didn't see us. They counted on us to be uneducated, unsophisticated, and unable to stand up for ourselves. And they bombed us.
Now 85, Barris says his parents and siblings all suffered cancers that they believed were related to radiation exposure. There has not been a comprehensive study of the health of people downwind of those atomic tests to prove that. So, the local Tula Rosa Basin Downwinders Consortium made its own health study. Retired physician Arlene Brown, who helped with that research, says she saw cancer patterns throughout her years of practice in the area.
Families that have lost every family member, or have lost, 9 out of 10 family members to cancer that could have been treated, acknowledged, are due something. Let me put it that way. They're due at least the recognition that they also contributed to the war effort. And they're not even acknowledged as having existed, which is wrong.
There is some federal compensation for people in parts of Nevada, Utah, and Arizona who develop serious illnesses after presumed radiation exposure from later nuclear testing, but it does not cover people here in New Mexico. The Radiation Exposure Compensation Act expires June 10, unless it is extended by Congress in legislation that has already passed the Senate and would extend coverage to people in New Mexico. VOA contacted the U.S. Department of Energy for comment. The department referred VOA to a White House statement that endorsed extending the radiation compensation. The Biden administration says it has, quote, made it a priority to address the health-related harms associated with environmental exposures to toxins, end quote. With time running out, Barris and the Tula Rosa Downwinders hope to get the compensation and recognition they have been waiting for almost 80 years. Gustavo Martinez Contreras, VOA News, Albuquerque.